Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hoods, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach Carr that's still on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
We rise and go easy, off the easy for cheesy. With my steppers, our special kids, making plays ain't so easy. Try to win, we so greedy. All my fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Oteezy, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ryan Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
Okay, talk, come on.
Part of being a media is making predictions.
Yeah.
Coach Ward said it himself.
Yeah.
The secondary had been the weakest link.
Yes, sir.
But they came out here, shut that shit down.
Hey, it's
Fuck that, get your DeSoto on. Kick him off the field. Kick him off the field. Kick him off the field.
Hey,
where the security at? Hey, where the security?
You good, Danny?
Hey, we need that thug security. What the?
Damn, I feel bad
tell you,
for man.
I really do. I just love going to sock games because
Me too, man. I love that energy.
it really do be a party after the game, man. I can't even lie. It just be a party.
That's family, man. That's family all the way.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. But hey, man, we here, man. It's Sunday night. We got to talk about it. You know what it is. We headed into the semifinals. We just got done with Get Your Lick Back weekend. We got to find out who got that lick back and who got licked again. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
It is what it is, man. So let me start off, man. First off, congratulations to my man, Coach Carr and his Michigan Wolverines, ranked number one in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Michigan
Yes,
man.
Yes.
And
Yes.
for all your efforts, you get Alabama.
I know, right? You get Alabama.
Just the luck of the draw. You think TC?
Golly.
I was like, man, maybe they give us Texas, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. You thought TCU was something?
Man,
No,
listen,
Coach.
we pull Alabama now. I mean, we haven't had the best of luck in bowl games here lately. So, woo.
Say, Coach, no, be honest. You really want that Florida State? You
Hey,
really want that Florida State game?
Hey, anybody that had to backpedal into the playoffs can't tell me nothing. Okay, that includes Grimes at the University of Texas.
Man.
Oh man.
Now, you know, I'm a Texas fan. Now we just got in, but you know, we ain't the one and done boys. Y'all been the one and done boys.
Well,
The
y'all,
last couple years.
y'all been a none and done.
What, we've been the never done boys?
None and none.
Say, man.
We here though. We here.
You get danced on. How about that?
Wait a minute. Wait, we here. And we getting reinforcements with Colin Simmons next year.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and a whole bunch of both,
We
man.
ain't talking about next year. We talking about right here today. Going down. Colin Simmons need to worry about North Crowley.
We got Trey. We got Wisner. We got all my guys, man. It's going down, man. Shout out to Texas, but man, I feel sorry for Michigan, bro. I was hoping y'all meet us for the championship.
Who was us?
Yeah.
At Texas.
I wanted to play the first round. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to play them the first round. I thought that was a good matchup. I ain't crazy about the Washington matchup.
Yeah, I agree. But you know, we played them last year though. We played Washington last year.
Right.
Yeah, but Penix Jr. is a beast, though, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
Texas rolling. Texas rolling. Make no mistake about it. Washington playing real good football. You know what I mean?
And they got a Muhammad on the team.
And listen, for us, it's just like DeSoto, man. We gotta slay that dragon. You know what I mean? To get to where we need to go. And this is our best year and best chance to do it. You know?
Yes, sir.
It is what it is.
And since we're talking about it, Coach, this, you know how we do it. You gotta show you.
They have over 300 yards rushing today and scored 50 points plus. William Carr with yet another sack. Also, Brett Blackwell, number 24, had pressure. This Williams drops it. That's at least 6 sacks for the Michigan defense today. William Carr played well. He came into the game with 2 sacks. He's got 3 here today.
Boy, Coach Carr got a sack and just retired. He just went off the field.
He had 3 that day. 3 that day.
Yeah, I had 3 that. That was the third one. But look, here's an unreal moment, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, though. I gotta tell you, this is an unreal moment. So that game, I tied the Michigan sack record in the game and tackle for loss yardage in the game, and total tackles for loss, period. And so it's like 3 records I broke in that game.
Damn.
And as I was coming off the field, it was literally 100,000 people stood up and started clapping. It was one of the most amazing feelings ever. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get that at the University of Texas. I think you only got 70,000.
Why, man? Okay, enough about the playoffs, man. Enough about the playoffs, man.
I love the way he did that, boy. I love it.
Let's talk about the high school playoffs, dog. First off, man, let's give a big dub salute to all the private schools from DFW that won championships, state championship. You had Parish Episcopal, Dallas Baptist, Dallas Christian. I mean, not Dallas Baptist, First Baptist, Dallas Christian, and what is it? Argyle Liberty.
Yeah, y'all won?
Yeah. So let's give a big dub salute to all them Jesus schools.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Salute.
Yeah, salute.
Oh, Lord, somebody said that's funny right there. In the infamous J-Mac words. Alabama by 40.
Oh, listen, and listen, man. I can't sit here and defend that and say that that's not a valid statement that they can make, right? Like, they've been doing us like that, but this year's different, man. That's fine. We'll earn our way. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. I'm excited.
Everything okay with you? So tell me, man, give me a quick thoughts on the football we saw this weekend, and then I'm gonna start the games off one by one. But just giving you a quick overall thought. B-Rise, and you need an explanation, man. My man Bradshaw said you didn't eat your crow. You didn't eat your crow. You took off. You know, you kind of left the man Lamar. You left the homie Lamar hanging, man. Lamar just over there sitting around and shit. He thought he would just go to film. Next thing you know, man, and I'm gonna play that interview because that was hilarious.
He took the heat. Man, he took the heat for me, did he?
Yeah, times 2.
Man, I told you, man.
It was bad. It was bad.
But I told y'all what happened. I left my dog in the backyard, and I thought an eagle was gonna pick it up and just pick it up from my backyard. So I was scared for that, man. I didn't want an eagle to take my dog.
I do got a question. So had Sock won, would you have cared about that dog? I mean, Sock lost, would you have cared about that dog?
Of course.
Okay, you'd have went home and made sure the dog was up.
You know what, Coach?
Hey, how did you find out? You was looking on your Ring camera?
Oh yeah, I heard it was a win. Something say Pat Poe. It was a win. It made my whole camera flip. So hey, that's what happened, Bo. Hey, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
All right.
I'm gonna show you later. Pat Boteezy, what was your thoughts over the weekend?
Oh man, round 4, some surprises. I was surprised that Byron Nelson looked that bad after beating South Lake earlier in the year. I expected them to be way more competitive than they was. I mean, I thought that was just insanely ridiculous. And then I was a little surprised that how North Crowley had to, it was a little struggle to dispatch Allen after what I saw in the preseason. But hey, that was preseason. So those are a couple of things that stood out to me. I expected the result I saw with DeSoto on Friday night, So, I know we're going to talk about them in depth, but it's kind of what I observed this weekend.
Yes, sir. Coach Carl.
Well, after winning the Big Ten title, everything was all right with the football world. But starting Friday, I made a statement and I said Cedar Hill wasn't the same team. And a lot of DeSoto fans, y'all disgust me. Y'all sit there all right, because instead of acknowledging that Cedar Hill was a better team, how about acknowledge that you guys are just that much better? Y'all got that much better. That first time you played Cedar Hill, you didn't have Tyker. You know what I mean? You didn't have DJ Brother. Like, y'all wasn't firing on all cylinders. Y'all are firing on all cylinders. Be excited about it, firing on all the cylinders. And give the Cedar Hill they props. All right? Because no team that goes to the 4th round, all right, J Mac, when we talked about this at the beginning of the year, we said that DeSoto Cedar Hill can go 4 rounds deep.
Yep.
Nobody think they would make the playoffs. We knew they weren't going to beat DeSoto. But they got so much better. Big shout out to Coach Ward. Big shout out to my teammate. They did an unbelievable job. I won't go to another one of his games. Well, I guess I'll probably go to another one because they was going to lose to Soto anyway, so it didn't really matter if I would have came or not. But we're going to see if that don't matter down the road. But I was excited about that and excited to see what Sock did. Like, dismantle them boys. You know what I mean? And most importantly, man, I told y'all, and y'all can be surprised about that Byron Nelson South Lake game. I told y'all South Lake had something on their mind.
Yep.
I told y'all they've been moving different. If you just pay attention to them. And they showed you exactly who and what they are. Now, they run going to end next week. You know what I mean? But they definitely showed Byron Nelson what it's all about. So, yeah, man, it was a great weekend of football, man.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, and North Crowley, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about this too.
Yeah. North Crowley, man. North Crowley, man. You know.
Yeah, salute, man. So let's start off, man.
Yeah.
Friday we had Stephenville, Anna. You know what I'm saying? A big game. Once again, can't nobody beat them free lunch kids, man.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we just need to give them the trophy. Like, who out there really gonna beat? That's what I'm asking. Somebody tell me, who out there gonna beat Anna? Honestly.
Coach.
Nobody.
Anna
You know what I'm
rolling
saying?
right now, man. They rolling.
They are rolling.
They're rolling, man.
And about time.
Yeah. Oh, Chelsea, I did. We said salute to Parrish. We gave We just like in church, baby.
They the first
What do
team.
you do? You get up when you get up in church. First thing you do, you give honor to God. So the first thing we did, we gave honor to all the Jesus schools.
We did.
We come correct over here.
Hey, Chelsea got to church late. Did she get to church late?
Yeah. She eased in and she didn't put her finger up. She just sat down and thought she missed something.
Yeah.
That's all.
And Swaggy be doing that too.
Oh, Swaggy really do it.
Oh yeah.
What you guys said, Decatur? I don't know about Decatur.
Nah. Unless we talking about Decatur, Georgia.
I mean, this team, they beat Stephenville by 20, fellas. We ain't talking about that. Like, it wasn't no luck.
No.
They beat them cats by 20, bro.
And Stephenville plays defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they good defense.
Yeah.
So what do we need to say about Hutch? You know, because they look like they don't play Anna the toughest out of all the whole playoffs.
It looked like you're right.
I mean, it's what you say about Hutch all the time. When you're scrimmaging and playing 4 work teams that's not helping you in these playoffs for your journey, you know what I mean? Like that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you play a team like Anna, but you play a team like Anna at the beginning. Right. Now, so when you're in that situation and you playing an Anna, you've been in a familiar situation before. It's not new to you. You know what I'm saying? That level of competition is not new to you. Hutch has been up and down all year. You know what I'm saying? That's their program. But a lot of it has to do with the fact that they don't play nobody in the preseason. And, they got to fix that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and then Anna caught him, in the rain? Was it raining that day?
It was raining. It was a rainy game.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, it was bad weather.
Yeah.
It was bad weather. So, moving on. Shout out to Anna. We got DeSoto Cedar Hill.
Man.
Now, I will say this, man. I will say this. I was disappointed. And this is not I'll take it how you want it. I was disappointed from several games this weekend. And this was one of them because I expected Cedar Hill to give at least a fight in the first half.
Right.
Now, I think this is where I can hear Coach Ward, Kyle Ward, in the back of my head say, J-Mac, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. That's what you're talking. It's levels to this shit, man. Levels to this shit.
Yeah.
You just can't. You just don't show up and go to the 4th, 5th, 6th round, win state. It's levels to this shit. It took us 7 years.
That's more, yeah.
Is that a good Ward impression?
That's a great Ward impression, though. That's great.
Pretty spot on.
You getting better.
Yeah, that was
getting better.
But that's what I hear in the back of my head when I start saying when I'm disappointed in a lot of these new coaches. You know what I'm saying? That's just not putting a program together and getting rolling. I think sometimes we get caught up, in the emotion of things. So, I agree. That's what I think, and I was a little disappointed. But it is levels to this, and hey, man, hats off to DeSoto, dog. They the best team in Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Pound for pound.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they came out, and I was telling some people at the SOC game, when DeSoto focus, ain't nobody beating them.
Nobody, coach.
Ain't nobody beating them when they focus, man. You can say what you want to say. We can wish upon a star. You can do anything, but until proven otherwise, you got to show me a team that can beat a focused DeSoto team. When they focus, they're a freaking machine, man. I ain't gonna lie, they're a freaking machine.
Man, they rolling.
They rolling, man. So give me your thoughts on that game, B-Rise, and I'll go to Pat.
Yeah, on that Cedar Hill and DeSoto game, I thought I predicted like a 34-17, 34-20 type game. I get there, shit, man, I got there, it was like 14-2. I see Coach Carl, whatever, next thing you know, we chop it up, we talking. We look up, man, it's 38-10 at the half. And shit, next thing you know, again, we chop it up, it's 45-10, and Man, we are at that point, man. We all at the at the gate at the halftime. But this is by far the best team DeSoto has ever had. I mean, for talent wise, that's debatable. But for his team, this is by far the best team DeSoto has ever had. What do you think about that, Pat?
I actually think that's a great assessment, how you said it. Of course, they've had teams that probably been a little bit more talented on that. But yeah, man, I said this on the show last week. I said they're pound for pound the best team in the state of Texas. And I mean, and the energy and the pace that they play at is something that we don't really talk about, man. They like, hell, the ball is snapped, ball out of bounds, ball back in, next play. I actually took some video of the coaching staff, and I probably play it a little bit on Wednesday, just on how maniacal they're with getting the ball spotted and go. I was laughing at the head ref. Him and Coach Mathis got into an animated argument. I think that may have been before you got there. Was you there, Coach, when that happened? I don't know if you was there yet, but it was crazy. It was crazy. And actually, the same referee ref the sock game the next day, and I talked to him about it. And he's like, "Yeah, that was crazy." He said, "I know how to handle Coach Mathis, though." He said it could have been a couple of flags, but I held my flag and stuff, bro. It was insane. But they was on them referees' ass because they want the pace. They were too slow getting the ball down, and they put pressure on you. I mean, they're pressure. They mashing the gas every play, and that's how they play, bro. They play like UNLV. I know me and Coach Carl were talking about basketball yesterday. They play like UNLV. They mashing the gas, bro. They running rebels.
Hey, absolutely, Coach.
Man, yeah, man. I'm praying like hell they go down 5A, because I'm tired of seeing their ass out here in man. I'm gonna have a barbecue. I'm gonna have a barbecue party. I'm gonna give some brisket. Hey, man, I'm hoping like hell go to 5A, but yeah, man.
They ain't going nowhere. They win the state, they not going down. I can tell you that now.
I hope not.
No, they not. Coach Carl, what was your assessment of that game, man? Lamar, I think we got to bring the 6-man in.
We gotta bring our boy in.
I'm gonna bring my 6-man in and probably get Coach G in and see what he ranting about. Probably about something boring that's going on in Fort Worth. Cause the hottest thing in Fort Worth is North Crowley. So unless you're ready to come on and bow down and admit, there's only one thing going down in Funky Town. The 817 belong to North Crowley, Coach G. So I need you to come down and confess. Come down to the altar and confess who the king of the 817 is.
You know what, J Matt? I'm gonna say this. It might be some folks up north who think, hey, South Lake, the king of 817. I'm just saying, man. Just depends on what part.
It's two 817s, B-Rise. You know that.
I know. I'm just being funny, Coach. I'm just being petty, Coach. I'm just saying, though.
But Coach, give us your thoughts, man. I want to play this interview too that Swaggy did with Coach Biotti and our favorite linebacker coach.
Yeah. So listen, man, that game, it was everything that you wanted to see from DeSoto. DeSoto is they are a made up team. And B-Rise, when you say that, it's like when you talk about your chemistry and what you want out of a team and what you want, they got everything. They all speak the same language. They all move the same way. Their coaches coach the same way. They have their own different ways of coaching it, but the messages stay the same. And I think when you look at that team, that's exactly what they are. And they scored on every phase of the game. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that alone, you dominate three phases of the game. It's going to put you in a position to where you can score 59 points on anybody you play, and that's what DeSoto's been doing. They are a complete team. And once you get Tiger back, and then they went Tiger and two back, and then they started flaring them out the backfield and started matching them up against linebackers and getting them out of space. You know what I'm saying? That makes you that much more lethal. And then you got to think about the little bulldozer you got at quarterback. He extend plays. Yeah. And then you got your little fire hydrant, Marshall catching picks. You know what I mean? So they're playing complementary football in every phase of the game, and it's just a beautiful thing to watch. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't see anybody beating them. They're on the quest to become the true king of Texas. You know, and that's something that I know that they've wanted. You know what I mean? When you're talking about defeating your nemesis along the way. You know what I mean? Every goal that you set out for yourself, very rarely does the team, even when they win state, you know, achieves all their goals. I'm sure all their goals will be met this year, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we get Lamont in here wrestling the phone.
What's up,
Fighting the phone. But yeah. But no, I agree, man. And bro, we brought you in right on time because, of course, we talking about the DeSoto Eagles, and the failed attempt. And I'm gonna play this video. After I play the video, I want you to give me your thoughts on that game, man. You know, I thought it was, you know, you got to hear what Lamont got to say. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to know. People want to know the hell Lamont got to say going around.
Yeah.
Jesse LCY, bring that ass to the
Wrong video.
Wrong video.
Wait, we were the Dubs in line with Coach Biotti. Coach Biotti, you just beat your rival in the playoffs, 59-16. How you feeling right now?
Hey man, it wasn't no get your leg back. It was we threw it to the 5th round.
Chad, I want you.
Yes, sir.
So, you went on getting the league back, like you said this year, 59-16 over a rival. Hey, you guys are rolling right now at the right time. Is it safe to say y'all on y'all way to defend y'all championship?
We're going to defend our title. I don't care who's coming up. South Lake or Byron Nelson. You know, they don't want to come south of Trinity. We'll beat them somewhere.
He got on my ass today, but I love this nigga, man. You like that?
I'm also standing live with Coach Chadwick. Coach Chadwick, hey man, 59-16. How you feeling right now? Got to live one with you.
Man, hey, it feel good. We gave up a touchdown late, man, but hey, on to the next round, man. We just happy to be playing.
Speaking of which, Byron Nelson, South Lake Carroll, hey, what you think?
Dangerous quarterbacks, man. We stop that Q, man. Stop what they want to do, man. But say, we up for the challenge.
Coach Chadwick, DeSoto High, 59-16 over Cedar Hill.
Man, that's a great guy, man. I ain't never met that guy before, man. That's a great guy. Dub salute. It's a great guy, man. Shit.
So can you move on from it now, J man?
Now, I do want to say we got our first N-word and it didn't come from us. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It didn't come from us.
No, it didn't.
Nope. I caught that.
But anyway, go ahead, Lamont.
About the game?
What else we talk about?
Oh yeah, man. Man, it went pretty much how I was trying to tell people, man. Like people say, it's levels to it. You say me and Coach Carl went back and forth about this Saturday. He said Cedar Hills improved. I saw okay, but I just feel like they were just outmatched, man. It's, like you say, it's levels to it. We're the best team in the state. When we come out and play, nobody in the state can run with, can hang with us.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's very, very, very clear that that's the best team. And, you know, I would love to see them play either Duncanville again or North Shore. But, you know, it is what it is. They are the best. They are the best. So we good with that. Everybody through with that? Anybody else got something on DeSoto, Cedar Hill? Now, can we give props to Miami Nick? Real quick.
Oh yeah.
Let's give props to Miami Nick, man. I thought he did a great job. Miami Nick, I thought I had your number, my brother, because I would have sent you a nice text, man. But I ain't got your number. My bad. Or I didn't.
I'll slide it to you.
Slide me Miami Nick number. Now I don't want Coach Nick. I want Miami Nick number. I don't know if it's two different numbers. I want Miami Nick number.
Hey, J-Man, can we have Lamont give Miami Nick a shout out and acknowledge the Cedar Hill team? For some reason, he don't want to acknowledge them.
No, Coach, it's not that I don't want to acknowledge him. Coach Ward did a good job. Here's what I was saying.
No, leave it at that.
No. Let me explain. Let me explain. Yes, Coach Ward did a good job. He, you know what I'm saying, to even get them to where they were at. But all I was saying was, when all week long people were saying Cedar Hills high, Cedar Hills doing this, all I was pointing out was, they won 5 games in a row, but the 5 teams they beat probably don't even beat Skyline. That's all I was saying. And
I think that's very disrespectful. I say that's very disrespectful because they did it.
Yeah, they did it.
Okay, so that's why I think that's why y'all disgust me, because Lamont, instead of just saying them cats had a great season, man, and y'all just got better, just say that. Like,
no,
you gave him props. Hold on, Lamont. You gave him props, then you took it away from him. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
No, because they still improved.
Okay, just leave it at that then. That's what I'm saying.
But when people
when you try to explain to me
right now, this, that, and the other, that's when I pointed out, hold on, man, slow your roll.
Okay, so we're gonna talk facts. We're gonna talk facts. Did they not outscore their opponents 149-28? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No, you don't know the whole story.
No, is that facts? Yes or no in the playoffs, man? Just that's a simple question.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did that. They got better. They did. And you can't take that from them. Y'all are a better team. Y'all are a far more superior team. Y'all got better. That's the storyline. Like taking away from Nick Nim ain't cool, dog. Like for real. Like to me, that's just like that's just, I don't know, man. That's not right. You know what I mean?
I don't feel I'm taking away from them. I'm just pointing out.
Every time you say but and then you start being negative, you are taking away from them.
Is it being negative or just pointing out important factors?
It's good because you're not talking facts when you say that. You're talking from your emotions.
No, I'm talking about what I've seen.
They outscored 4 playoff opponents, 3 playoff opponents, 149-28. Those are facts.
Fact.
Y'all are a better team. Y'all played them with 100% of your team. Is that not true?
Yeah.
So y'all got better, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
Leave it like that. Leave it like that, my brother. See, and this is the ironic part, because the shoe used to be on the other foot like last year. Like Lamar used to have a fit if you didn't just say DeSoto was the best team to ever walk the planet.
Nah,
they don't know. You used to have a fit because we would say, yeah, DeSoto good, but they ain't beat Duncanville.
How can I debate that when it was a fact? I mean, ain't nothing you can do about that. We
used to have a fit, man. Come on.
It was the truth.
Yeah, but you didn't take it as the truth. You came up with everything.
Nah.
Yeah, you did. See, even y'all DeSoto people say, yeah, he did. He used to do it. Yeah, he used to do it. Yeah, he used to do it. You did, bro. It's okay. See, we all about accountability over here at the Dub.
That's it, man.
It's all about accountability.
That's it. That, like, we all eat crow.
Everybody eats crow, man. Like, you know, that's part of it. Unless you J-back and playoff predictions where I'm just killing everybody. Everybody.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
I'm just saying. Oh man, but I'm just saying, man.
Coach G, what up?
What's going on, Coach Carr?
How you doing, baby?
Hey, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
No doubt.
Good thing, good deal, man. Yeah, Coach G, we were just rolling, man. We rolled on these scores. We just hit DeSoto Cedar Hill. We shout out to Anna and Stephenville. We got another big one. Now, do y'all want to do Forney and Lancaster, or y'all want to touch on Colorville, Heritage, Frisco, Emerson?
Let's save Lancaster for a little later.
Okay. Okay. let's give a big shout out to Frisco Emerson. They won a track meet. I ain't gonna lie. I thought this was a basketball score when I looked it up. I had to go back and check again.
In a regular man potato.
I thought it was a basketball score. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I don't know how you could give up 48 points and think you're gonna beat SOC. But we got Frisco Emerson, who scored 59. 59-48 against a very good Collierville Heritage team. I'm looking at the box score. Do y'all want to see these box scores? Because it is crazy, dog. This is wild.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Dog, this is wild, dog. Like, didn't nobody even pinch nobody in this game.
Nah. That Collierville quarterback like that. Ask Argyle.
Dog, this is wild, though, man. Coach Carr, I gotta ask you first, man. I want you to see this, and
they can't stop
I gotta hear what you think about this, dog. For real, Coach, because I know you. The score.
Clearly, nobody plays defense. Hey, go back up to the box score, though. I mean, to the very top.
Okay.
Go back all the way up. Where's all the way up, J-Mac, to the right there.
Mm-hmm.
They scored. Hold on, stop. They scored. How many points they scored in the third quarter?
40 total, 20 apiece.
48.
Oh, wow. Okay. Clearly wasn't a whole lot of adjustments going on, but go ahead.
No, it was an adjustment.
It was in the
both of them adjusted.
It was a 21-20 game at halftime, Coach.
Yeah,
no,
both of them adjusted.
What I'm saying is, all right. So when you go into a game, right, and you have your adjustments, you know in the first half what teams are doing to you based on your original game plan. You have a totally different game plan in the second half. And I'm just talking from a defense perspective, right? So from a defense perspective, you know, just as even as offense, right? But you have a whole nother plan that can affect that plan that's going to give that plan problems based on what their adjustments is going to be. So, yes, they made their adjustments, but it wasn't a whole lot of adjustments being made. Now, I will say this, going into the fourth quarter, whatever adjustments they made in that third quarter, they applied them in the fourth quarter. But keep going, 619 yards, no defense, 413 yards passing, 9 yards of pass, 12 yards of pass, 1 interception. That's the difference in the game. Both of them ran the ball well. Yeah, 2 turnovers.
It was a highly penalized game, too.
Yeah, turnovers is the difference in that game. You want to know because I didn't watch this game, but you would have to say that, okay, 2 turnovers, you see it. But did those 2 turnovers lead to touchdowns? Because they had to against scoring 59.
Yep.
So where's special teams at? Keep going down. Special teams.
I tell you, I want to say one thing, man. That Hawkins, Frisco Emerson quarterback is extremely efficient. Like that dude right there.
Yeah, J-Man, we watched earlier. You remember? We watched him play earlier.
He's extremely.
He can tote that rock too, huh?
Yeah, he can run too. He can run too.
Yes.
Keep going
the
down.
Man had 316 passing and 128 rushing.
Yeah, it counted for 4 touchdowns.
Dude, and the Collierville quarterback threw for 400 and had over 150 rushing.
Yeah,
he did too.
He was balling too.
But look, he didn't protect the ball though.
He didn't protect the ball.
He didn't protect the ball.
I think watching that game, being at that game, everything that Emerson did to Collierville is exactly what SOC gonna do to them.
Yep.
Okay,
I am interested.
But here's my question though. I haven't seen Heritage play a lot, right? So are they a team that throws the ball a lot? Is that typical for them?
They throw to set up the run.
So, but their best runner is their quarterback.
Correct. but it's their best runner is the quarterback, but the running back is nice too. But the thing about it is that quarterback, when that line gets to him, he can get out of there. That's
scramble yard.
Right, because they go a lot of 4, 3-by-1, 2-by-2, and the cornerbacks are looking at that receiver. They're not looking at that quarterback, and when he slip out, it's 10 yards before you touch him.
Yeah, because they probably catch him in man a lot.
Correct.
Is Hawkins a runner? Like is his runs design runs, or are they the same?
It's kind of sort of. They mix it up. He's an athlete. He's an athlete. I mean, I would love that he would run track because his run. He runs straight up. I can tell he's not a track guy, but I don't think. I mean, he's good. He's good. I mean, listen, ball placement, ball out of his hand, looking down the field. He's everything. Oklahoma is getting a hell of a football player.
Man,
but I don't think that he's going to see a defensive line that he's going to see next week that he's seen all year.
See, that's the thing. Like, he completing 84% of his passes. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing about playing soccer. And in this game, Hawkins had a whole lot of opportunities to change the game because of the flow of the game. Both teams throwing the ball, so you got a lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of opportunities to score fast. The only thing that I see is soccer's going to play the type of ball game that's going to take them off the field. So half those opportunities he have, he's not going to have. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as plays, time of possession, clock management, things like that. But Michael Hawkins is a dog, though, Coach.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it. And I ain't gonna lie, whoever this quarterback for Collegeville Heritage, he ain't no scrub.
No,
Hey man, this dude right here was balling. You know? But shout out to them, man. I mean, I hate they fell short, but hey man, that was a good game. That was a good game, man. And I think for Sock, and we'll go back and revisit this, what Sock needs to do, because I know that's probably why we don't see Todd and Ward in the chats. They watching film.
Yeah,
right.
They watching film, home, because hey, them cats score points. But they heard this before, right? They heard this with Lovejoy. That's what they said about Lovejoy.
Yeah, I ate my crow on that.
Yeah, but they dealing with a little bit of different athlete in this one, though. I think this one provides a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Yes,
but
sir.
I don't think that trenches not gonna hold up. I thought Lovejoy trenches was better than Emerson's, and we saw how Sock did Lovejoy's trenches.
Yeah, but you're dealing with a different caliber athlete. This guy can spin it and run. I think it should be a fun challenge.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy part. This is a game we've been looking forward to once Hawkins transferred. We said this.
Yeah.
And I think early on the show we was talking about it, and I think some people on the show were saying, "Oh, what makes you think they're gonna get there?" You know what I mean? And so here they are.
And bad thing about it was Lamont, but Lamont backpedaled off of it. He should have stayed. See, Lamont, you ain't that solid, brother.
No, because I mean,
you ain't that solid, brother.
So here's the thing about it. It was exactly what everyone has said. How will their defense and their trenches hold up? Then once I saw them again, I watched the Argyle game. I think it was another game where they lost like 2 out of 3 weeks or 2 in a row.
Yeah. The Lake Dallas game.
Lake Dallas.
But with Sock's physicality and Sock's trenches,
I mean, I'm just talking about getting there, getting to the game.
You absolutely,
no matter who they play. So,
you're absolutely right, Matt. You're absolutely right, because how I was on the field for that Lake Dallas game, and everything that Sock does well, it's gonna give them, because that's what Lake Dallas did to them. Just shove it down their throat. Shove it down their throat. Now, don't get me wrong. Mike gonna get Mr. Hawkins gonna get his, but I listen, after what I saw Saturday against Lovejoy, that was a master class of coaching.
Yep.
That was a master class. I mean, when we get into it, how they played with that linebacker at Lovejoy, who is a dog. I mean, I want him on my team. That linebacker was getting after it. But the way that offensive coordinator and that offensive line coach played, boy, I tell you, they basically put Lovejoy in every position they wanted them to be in.
That's their fault for wearing them Ohio State colors.
You ain't lying. You come out there with Ohio State colors and play the physical team, it didn't work out good for you.
Nah.
It didn't work out good for you, man. It didn't work out good for you. Now moving right along to the game that we got to talk about this game, man. This is the game I want to talk about. We had probably the game of the week. One of them, Forney outlasted Lancaster. 43-41. It went into overtime. I want to say it went into double overtime, right?
It did.
First off, man, I know what I'm gonna say. My thoughts. No, I'm gonna get mine first, man, because some of y'all talk too much. Look, I texted with Apostle Paul today, man. I had to congratulate him. I thought he did a great job. He's in good spirits. He know that they going in the right direction. Now, the one thing I do hate is they got to go to 6A. They might have to take a step back and recalibrate that thing for 6A ball. But I'm extremely proud of Coach Paul. I'm extremely proud of Forney, my guys J.O., my guys Riggin. They doing their thing. Now, hey, man, you got to play defense to beat the next team you about to play. So hopefully that defense could tighten up a little bit. But it was a great game. I'm not here to criticize the coaching. I know a lot of people are talking about the 2-point conversion, the play, whatnot. But if you ask me, you're giving it to the guy that just scored the touchdown to get it to them. You know, hindsight is 2020. We can second guess all day long. You know what I'm saying? They second guess Nick Saban and Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we could go back and forth with that. I'm not. They chose to play. It didn't work. Hats off to Forney. You know what I'm saying? So, Coach Carter, give me your first thoughts on that.
I'm excited for them kids, the community. You know what I mean? To me, that game came down to 2 plays. Football is a 3-phase game. It came down to 2 plays: a pick six and a kickoff return. That's the difference in that ball game. I mean, yeah, the 2-point conversion. You know, that's, like I said, that's up in there. You know what I mean? You're a hero if it works. You're not if it don't. So that's part of it, right? But those 2 in-game plays changed that ball game, and I think that's the difference in the game. You know, I think if you look at Lancaster, for them, I think it's a great learning tool, a great experience. I think it'll serve them well moving forward. And again, from them coming back as a 4th seed, making it to this round, I think some of their deficiencies came back to haunt them. They are a team that turns the ball over quite a bit. I think that hurt. But outside of that, though, man, I mean, great job, great kudos to that staff. You know, they changed it around. They adapted to their personnel. They put their kids in the right position to make plays, man. So, and you think about Forney made the plays they had to make. And that's what it came down to. 2 plays in that game, a kickoff return, and a pick six, and that was the difference in that game. But Forney, moving along, for them, game-changing win, program-changing win. Excited to see what they do next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what you got, Pat?
Man, hey, shout out to Forney. I remember earlier in the season, everybody was wondering, was that scoring flurry they had a fluke or whatever, because they were just putting it on everybody. Then they played Longview, tough as hell, 13-7. That Longview game is like a game you schedule early in the season when we were talking about Hutch not scheduling tough games. That was like a playoff game then that's propelled them to this point. They haven't lost since that point. And then they went back to doing their little scoring barrages and stuff, especially the game against Richland when they hung 61 points. So, man, shout out to 40, man, because I ain't going to lie. They probably why my playoff record ain't been so good, because I kind of went against them a few times. But, hey, they real in the field, and now their pardon prize is Alito. But, man, we're going to talk about it Wednesday, but I definitely give them a fighting chance against Alito, because they put out the team that everybody thought was going to be there, them fighting Jesse Wise. Also, I've been texting with Pastor Powell over the last few weeks as well and stuff, man. I'm proud of him and the effort and the grit that they showed to get to this point. And they put on a show and could have easily, pulled this game out. I mean, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching. I mean, second time they played Forney, and the first time they lost, it was an overtime too, wasn't it? I think the first time was an overtime game by 1 point. Yeah. And now a double overtime game. So, I mean, damn, they there. Those are the hardest games to lose in the playoffs. I mean, we was on the sideline talking about, do you want to lose like Byron Nelson did, or do you want to lose a double overtime game or something like that? That's a hard thing, man, because that means you were there. You were a play or two away from moving on to the fifth round. That's tough.
Yep. That is, man. Like I said, man, we gotta give Langston their credit, and I'm interested in the next game, but we gotta hear from my main guy Swaggy, who used to be. I ain't gonna lie, he used to be Langston #1 fan, right? Like he was like, well, we ain't gonna play.
There it is. Oh my God.
Man,
there it is. 2 seconds. Oh, that's it. They beat them. They beat these niggas. Yeah.
Hey, Coach Ward, we gave him the edited version, Coach Ward. He refuses to use it.
I could have swore he got an edited version.
We gave him the edited version.
We are retarded.
No, not all of us, and we can't even use the R word. Like, come on, man, what is wrong with you?
Hey,
man.
Hey, sponsors, just ignore that part of the show.
Wow. Oh my God.
Woo.
We need to take that away from him.
Look, I tried.
Man, he is not being responsible.
I sent them the edited version. I thought that's what we was gonna see.
Oh shit!
Lord help! I'm praying for y'all, man.
I plead the fifth on whether or not I received that edited version.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Sometimes you don't have to because you commented on it. You said you didn't like it.
He thumbs it up in our group. He's like, "Hey, love it."
I'm just saying that was
you got it. It was received.
I just thought I thought it was great for Wednesday night. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Swag. What you think?
First of all,
oh Jesus, I'm praying for y'all.
First of all, I want to say hi to all y'all. I hope y'all had a blessed weekend. Everybody on this panel. Secondly, man, we just seen some really good football games this week. Let's start with the South Oak Cliff. Let's be real about it. Nobody saw that. Not even Dallas Morning News. Nobody saw Lovejoy walking out that stadium with no points. Nobody saw Parker Livingston and company not getting the end zone. I mean, they have the opportunities to get in the end zone.
Hold on, Swag. I don't want you to go too far now. We still on Forney and.
Oh, I'm new, so.
Yeah.
Oh, 40 Langston.
Yeah.
I heard Pat allude to it earlier when I came on. It's heartbreaking to lose to the same team twice in 1 year the same way. Both games ended in double overtime when it came down to a conversion. It's just hard. My heart goes out to those kids in Lancaster, man. 5-5 season, you get to the playoffs. Like I told T. Eric yesterday, you was already counted out from day one. I mean, you were counted out at 0-4. And for y'all to make that run y'all did, going and winning streak, I mean, every week in the playoffs, you was doubted by a lot of peers. Not the Dub, for example, because the Dub rode with y'all the whole step of the way to the end. But that was the others saying, this is the week they're going to lose. They're going to lose the first round to LaPointe. LaPointe, they beat them. They're going to lose the next round to, who's their next round opponent? I forgot.
So, I mean, for Alito.
No, the second round.
Frisco Wakeland.
Yeah, they're gonna lose to them. Well, you get the point I'm making. They was gonna lose to everybody until they finally got to last week. And the funny thing about it, the Forney game, they was actually picked to win that one by a lot of people. So I just feel like to those kids out there in Lancaster, keep your heads up, stay focused. Always keep God first. To you seniors that's going out to college, good luck. Coach Paul, you had a hell of a season. No matter what the doubters said, I was one of your doubters this season. Can't sit up here and sugarcoat it, don't lie. I'm proud of you, the job you did out there. Y'all keep going, man. And next year, keep it going. As far as Forney go, I just don't see them beating Alito. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay. Lamont, you sitting over there like your old lady told you it was that time of the month or something, man. Go ahead and talk.
Wow.
What's wrong with you, man?
I watched this game or having Coach Carr pretty much summed it up, man. Special teams. I thought they had two kick returns for a touchdown and a pick six. I mean, I'll take the pick six out, but 2 kick returns. Well, I heard they struggled last week also on kick returns and made no adjustment, no for the same lineups. But overall, like Swaggy said, from when they started, I was one of the critics. I didn't think they'd make it this far after how they started. We were hiring them in the off season to start out 1-4, whatever they started making this. Shout out to Coach Paul. It's the small things that harp on the beginning of the year, it's coming around and show us to get them again this last game. Like special teams, that's heartbreaking. Basically losing, that was a difference in my opinion.
Okay.
Box score, almost everywhere else. And you wonder how they lose the game. Okay, well, 2 kick returns, touchdown, pick six. That was the difference right there.
Okay. I get it. What you got, Coach G?
I'm a details guy, and the kick return that hurt, but I'm a details guy because I look at the game differently since I'm on the field with them, and I had a pit in my stomach. Lancaster scores that second touchdown in overtime. They come trotting on the field with the extra point team. They had to call a timeout, go back and get the 2-point team ready to go. At that point, man, you let Forney set up. You let them set up. That's a timeout where you get on and they set up. And then vice versa. Forney scores. They get right up there. They already knew what play they was going to play, and they went at you. I'm not going after the coaching. I'm just going after details. Second overtime is 2-point conversion. They trotting out the extra point team. Right then, I just put my head down. I said, dang it. Let Forney set up. And once they set up for that 2-point conversion, and they didn't get it, I said, uh-oh. And then I paid particular attention to when Forney scored. They got right up there and got in they set. So I mean, great season, Lancaster. I don't think it's going to be that hard for them going to 6A as most, because I see some things that they're doing already that's going to get them ready. So I don't think it's going to be that. I think they may take some lumps, but I don't think it's all about. If I look at their schedule and see who they schedule, they'll be fine for the preseason.
Okay. I can dig that. Now, we could real briefly we could go over who Forney has to play. They have to play Alito. Alito beat Abilene. I guess it was so bad here. Dallas Morning News don't even have to go up there. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure they took care of West Texas.
It was like
it was ugly.
They're like 56.
Yeah, they took care of West Texas.
They tried to let Abilene back in it in the second quarter. They tried, but as I say, Alito's gonna always have the high card. Mr. Keys is a 1 of 1. He's a 1%er.
Yeah, he is. That whole defense is good though. Their defensive line don't get enough credit for me.
Facts.
Their defensive line really don't get the credit they deserve. Hey, shout out to my man Pete, Pete. Hey, North Shore got to get past Westlake. It ain't like y'all just hell of a performance last weekend. That's all I'm saying, Pete. Shout out to my guy Pete. That's my brother, but y'all didn't really y'all didn't look like world breakers. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. But Coach Carl, how you see that Forney Alito working out?
Listen, man. I'm gonna say this: Forney is playing some of his best football. Like they're literally playing and clicking in every phase of the game, and it's serving them well. I think Forney has a coach that has been in the championship run before with Allen. He's on that staff. He knows what it takes to win championships. They have been finding a way to win. If you look at what they've been doing offensively in the last couple of weeks, is very impressive. When you have a running back and you can run the ball, and you got a defense that can play defense, and you have special teams, you have a recipe to be very, very successful this time of the year. Unfortunately, Alito has all those things. And they've been doing it. So I think, it's going to be a close game. I think it'll be a good game. But I think Alito is probably going to be a little too much for Forney. But I don't see it being a blowout. I think it's going to be a very good game. Probably going to be one of the better games this year. Whoever wins this game may win state.
Well, I'll call that shot. I think whoever wins this game will win state. Swag, what you think about it?
Honestly, me and Lamont was on the sideline talking this weekend, and Lamont made a really validated point that I really agree with him on. And this is no kind of shot at, no kind of stab at South Oak Cliff or Emerson or anybody else that's left in 5A besides Alito. Alito just is the big bad wolf of 5A. That team, they're complete on all levels: quarterback, receiver, defense, et cetera, et cetera. And I just flat out, I don't see, and no disrespect for Forney, none at all. I don't see Forney beating them. And not only I don't see him beating them, I don't see him get even close, man. That team is on a mission down another level. House Haney is playing lights out at quarterback. Keys, and the rest of the company, the running back, they on another level this year. They out to prove a point that they are not to be effed with. And I just believe Alito will win this game by more than 30 points.
Oh, God, no. Woo. Well, Coach G, you backing that up?
I'll back it up only to the point of if Forney get down, I don't think they can chase points. I don't think that offense is a catch-up offense. I think they got to stay within arm distance, and that I think of it that way. I don't think that if they get down 21-0 in the first quarter, they gonna pull that out. I don't.
Yeah, I can see that. I do see it a bit. I hate this on a Friday night in Midlothian, but thank God for Texas Live. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah. But I think it's gonna be a very good game, man. And what people ain't talking about, this will be the battle of the 2026 running backs, right? You're gonna have the running back at Alito, right? And I got J.O. You know, there's been a lot of debate going on about who's the best running back in 2026. So I don't know if this is fair or not, but hey, they gonna be on the same field. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be on the same. Somebody got to do it, and Langston running back had a pretty good night, and that was the second string running back.
Yeah, Markel Porter.
So we'll see. You know, matter of fact, Coach Carl, how you see that matchup? Just personally, that matchup of Alito running back versus Forney running back.
I think that's gonna have more to do with the other team's defense. You know what I mean? You have two good running backs. That means you have two good offensive lines. That also means you have a really good defense. So, for me, it will come down to if I'm gonna put it to you like this: if Forney defense struggled against Lancaster's second string running back, what does that mean for Alito? Also, Alito running back is a part of a complete system, if that makes any sense. A proven system. You know what I mean? But I think at the end of the day, man, it's going to come down to who defense is better, who defensive line plays better, who linebackers plays better. Make no mistake. Both teams coming in there to run the football. And if Alito gets rolling, that game gets out of hand, does it take Osborne out the game? I don't know. But I think Osborne is going to get his at some point, and I think the kid from Alito is going to get his at some point. This thing will come down to who played the better defense. You know, that's basically what it's going to come down to, the trenches. I think you could take both of these running backs out and put them on each team and separate them, and they're going to do the same thing. I think, but up front is where the difference of that ball game is going to be. Who's willing to play past the whistle? Who's willing to be more physical? Who's willing to dominate the man in front of them? You know, that's what that's going to come down to. Them big boys. And I think the running back that benefits the most is going to have the best day.
It's funny you bring that up, Coach Carr, because, you know, a couple of weeks ago, there was a post going around that basically said that if the running back at Forney had Alito's offensive line, that he'd break records and be the best thing in the whole state. So they think something. They think something about their offensive line to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think personally, this is my opinion. I think personally, both defenses are going to take out both running backs out the equation. I think it's going to come down to House Haney and Forney quarterback to one of them to win this game for either team. That's just my honest opinion. I think this is going to be a House Haney come out party for Alito.
Man, he gets on you so fast. Man, He is. I underestimate. This is going from the beginning. I underestimated that kid's speed. He gets on you fast.
He
That
does.
linebacker took a turn and he was biting.
Yeah, House Haney is on a whole nother level.
Yeah, and I think that's what that game is going to come down to, is who has the better quarterback.
So J Mac, if you really look at the Lancaster game, if you go back and look at a little film, and I'm not taking no personal shots in that one. Carter had plenty of chances to scramble for like 20, 30-yard runs, and he chose not to. House Haney sees that, he's gone. That's gonna be a difference.
Yeah, that's what
Carter he had plenty of chances to on that last drive, as a matter of fact, I was watching. He had plenty of chances when he dropped back, open field, to at least take off for 10 to 15 yards. He chose not to. House Haney not gonna let that slip. He gonna see that opening and he's gonna take off.
That's true. Shout out to my man Mark Henry, man. Mark, hey man, before we move on, man, give me your thoughts on that future. I'm gonna catch you up, man. The matchup we got coming up with Forney and Alito.
I think it's gonna come down to the trenches. I know I sound like a broken book, and we talk extensively on the sideline the last couple of weeks at the Forney Richland game, and then at the Sock game this weekend and South Lake Carroll Brian Nelson. If Forney's defensive line can't hold up to that power running game, it's gonna be a long night up front. Of course, I was really impressed with J.O. Osborne a couple of weeks ago. That was my first time seeing him live. I've seen plenty of film on him as a freshman. And, he's one of the best backs in the class 2026 for a reason. But if Forney if they can't make any passes or have any success in the passing game, it's gonna be a long night. You know what I'm saying? I heard Swaggy and I heard Coach G and everybody talking about House Haney, but House Haney and the Alito 4x2 went to state. They finished 5th in the state this year. You know what I'm saying? So, House played receiver previously before he played quarterback. These last 2 years, he just, he's at the quarterback position because not only is he one of the best athletes on the team, but he's got an arm. I went to see him against Burleson Centennial, and I was standing in the end zone on the far side, and he put a deep fade ball on the money, and the receiver ran right up under it. And that's when I said, House I knew what he could do running, but athletically with his arm now, he's on another level. I went back after I got home Friday night, and I watched the game down in Stephenville against Abilene, and he was just marksman perfect on his throws. You know what I'm saying? And the Alito running game is what it is. Those guys up front, they do their job every single year. You know what I'm saying? And I think Racine Guillory got banged up a little bit, and my guy Hawk Patrick Daniels came in, and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a guy that I think that doesn't get a lot of pub for Alito is Hawk Patrick Daniels. He can do it in the slot. He can return kicks. He can jump in the backfield, and then Keys comes in and just sledgehammers you inside the 10 in the Wildcat. So they have everything at all three levels. Special teams, if they need a kick, they got a kicker. You know what I'm saying? Out wide, Caden Finley, I think, has some of the best hands in the state. And even though he's a young guy in the class 2026, he's starting to come along. You know what I'm saying? And on the back end, you got Gillespie, you got Keys, you got Boogie Owens. It's a guy that's playing safety that not a lot of people are talking about. And then, of course, you got Jaden Allen and Chris Johnson. So, like Coach G was saying, they're just different at every single position. I think Coach Carr said that earlier, too. You got to come and bring everything your A game. So it's not that Forney's not a good team. When you look at Alito, they just have everything that you have in a team at all three levels. I know you hadn't got the Sock yet, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? When I look at Sock, they have the superb coaching, and then they got the players that make the plays. Nobody's talking about how Will Green, the quarterback, is playing at a phenomenal level. You look at, the Sock power running game, but Will made some big throws in that game against Lovejoy. He made some big throws in the game against Melissa. You have to have superb quarterback play at this level of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? To be a winning team, and that's why these guys are successful, and that's why they champions.
Oh, absolutely. And William Little.
William Little. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, my bad, Will. I know his name, William Little. I thought he made.
Trust me, man.
Listen,
we have so many names in our head.
No doubt. I think shout out to my boy Danny Green on a great another great playoff run. I saw a post I was looking at earlier about his recruiting not being where it is, but I've been one of those guys that's been on the fence screaming for him. I love him. I compare him to a young Roger Craig. You know what I'm saying? Danny's a hurdler as well on track and field. So you can see some of those things come out when he get that one cut and those knees get to going. Danny Green's a powerful runner. You know what I'm saying? But I know we ain't got the sock yet. I'm a little ahead of y'all. But as I started watching the show earlier, I've been picking up on the things that y'all was saying, and I saw a post about Danny Green and that somebody made it in the group that I thought was spot on. You know what I'm saying? His recruiting should be where it is, but with the transfer portal about to open up, some of the 24 guys are going to. You're seeing some of the offers start to come. They just got to make a decision where they want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Quickly.
Well, he was committed to Grambling.
He was? Okay.
Yeah, so he was committed to Grambling, and we was talking about it the other day. And, now that they have a coaching change, and I asked him,
that makes a big difference.
Has anybody reached out to you and stayed in touch with you yet? And he said nobody had. So I'm going to make some phone calls, man, and go on and help him get to where he needs to be. I know a couple teams looking for a running back. And, who wouldn't want to have a two-time state champion running back?
No doubt.
And a real workhorse, man. I mean.
Yeah. He's a number one back. You know Absolutely. What I mean? And I was teasing him. I said, man, you've been working on that speed. You ain't got caught.
Hey, when he took it to the house on Lovejoy, I was like, either Danny just got faster or Lovejoy is just a really slow team. I didn't know which one it was.
In Danny's defense, he runs track. He's a hurdler. He won district. He went to regionals. You know what I'm saying?
He don't have top end speed.
Right. And that's probably something that you got to look at. Yeah.
Yeah, he's explosive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you look at when you look at Danny on that long run against Lovejoy, the biggest player there was the block by number 6, the big receiver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he had the block at the end that sprung Danny downfield, which is amazing block and great effort.
Right.
Then he had the one where he cut it back and got back vertical and took it to the house. To me, man, Danny is one of them guys, man, she's going to be able to hand the ball off to 22, 25, 30 times a game. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to look up in the fourth quarter, and he's going to mess around and have 3 touchdowns and 200-something yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And he's a great setup back. So, it's kind of like when people talk, everybody kept saying, oh, Pollard. Listen, man, when you ain't the number one back, it's easy to get your yards. It's easy. But when you got to be that workhorse and carry that load, tell me the Cowboys still don't miss Zeke.
Absolutely. Because Zeke softens them up for him.
There you go.
And
that's what number 4 does. He comes in, he gets his.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? It's anyway, just how you play the game.
Hey, yeah, for sure. And I want to give, before we move off of this Lancaster Forney, I got to give a shout out to my man, the Dubs own Big Play Break. You know what I'm saying? I heard he had another great game. Salute, man. I'm looking forward to see it. And Mark Henry, we need to get him on your radar.
Absolutely.
Braylon McDonald. Lancaster.
Let me get one more, J Mac. I don't know if y'all already did it. I'm late because I've been at the 49ers beating down the Eagles watch party. We did that 42-19. But have y'all got a shout out to T. Eric yet?
Congratulations, commit.
Yeah, we saw he just committed.
Texas A&M Commerce. That's big.
Yeah, I'll be making that 45-minute drive on some Saturdays.
Absolutely.
I will.
Absolutely.
shout out to all them cats, man. You know, in the off season, we're gonna bring a lot of them cats back on, man, and show them they love that they deserve, and give them that light, man. But before we move on to Sock Lovejoy, let me just play this real quick. This is my guy Braylon, man. Big play break. Dude, he was all over the field, man. Dude out there making plays, homie. Look at that. Oh, textbook.
Attack.
That's my guy, man. So shout out to Big Play Brave, man. Keep getting bigger, stronger, faster. He's already like 6'1". Plenty of speed. Great athlete. Matter of fact, this was his first year starting at the safety. He had been on the offensive side of the ball. So this is a classic two-way break. You know what I'm saying? Two-way player. Great athlete. Yeah, Mark, we got to get him down, man. We got to put him on the radar because that's one that's coming up. Absolutely.
No doubt. He's number 15, right?
Yeah, number 15. I think he's number 19 in one of the other jerseys because they don't have a 15, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen. I was over there in the spring, and I've seen some of his highlights too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Now, Sock Lovejoy. I'm gonna start with you, Lamar. Since you know you had to kind of take the heat on this one, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Say, man, boys are fired up this weekend.
Hey, man, matter of fact, I'm gonna play this video, Lamar. I'm just gonna let you tell me your thoughts.
J-Man with the dub. I'm here with Coach Angry, BD Coach, CJ, and the almighty Coach Wood, DC. Hey, man, I just got one thing to ask. I asked you off the count, I got to ask you on the count. There's been a lot of talk about the secondary being weak link, the defense looking suspect. Y'all was going up against a powerful offense. Did we take that personally? Last up.
Nah, we just, you know, at some point it's going to come together. And we knew he was going to be young, and we knew he had a lot of inexperience, and we started the year well. We have been the weekend. And when we have a closed out game, so they've looked a lot closer than they've been because of the secondary. So we understand, man. We going to keep doing what we've done. And we don't get it caught up in the, you know, what's personal, what's not. Did you take it personal?
Hey, no, damn it. LeBron said they gon' outside. We don't want to hear that shit no more. We don't want to hear that shit no more.
Hey, he talking.
I ain't saying what's going on now. They did. You said, y'all secondary. They got seatbelt clamps too on their ass.
So, Coach Todd, there's a lot of rumbling. All right, Coach Todd, there's a lot of rumbling going on. Guy that went to DeSoto, got big DeSoto fan.
Hey, I just want to say to Lamont real quick. Hey, Lamont, 2 weeks ago, boy, I ducked up out of there faster than Bernie Mac brother did on Kings of Comedy. I was gone.
The ball was a crash dummy, man. Because B-Rise and Swag, they do to get the
Hey, B-Rise said, "You ready to go, Swag?" I said, "Hell yeah."
Hey, they was looking for y'all boys too.
Man.
Hey, LeBron, I'm telling you, bro.
Lamont stood tall though.
You did good.
I looked around like, yeah, man. And so, you know, some guys was talking north, say y'all was gonna be out. B-Rise. I'm looking around like, where the hell is B-Rise at? B-Rise just shot a propeller in the sky.
Hey,
head down 30.
Hey, Carl, it will be J-Mac, right? We had just finished eating our food. We figured we'd go back down. I said, B-Raj, you going with us? He said, nah, I'm finna go.
Yeah, he just looked at his phone talking about, man, something just came up. I got it.
No smoke.
Right,
yeah, Lamar, I got a out of that, bro.
Hey, Lamar, tell me what you thought of that game, though, man. You know, cause it was all love at the end of the day. They love LeBron. They just had to give it to him.
Yeah, you know, going into the game, reason why I you know, Coach Ward spoke on himself. The secondary not had.
Hey, hold on. Hey, who is that? Hey, Jimmy, can you?
I'm trying to see. Somebody. Okay, that was Lamont. Sorry, Lamont, that was you, brother. We had to mute you. I don't know what it was, brother. We had to mute you. Lamont, go out and come back.
Washing machine or something?
Yeah, man.
Say, man.
Man.
Hey, man, I get it, man. You got to, make sure you separate the whites and the colors.
I don't know what.
That feels like bringing that washing machine up off the floor.
Hey,
J-Man, bring that coming up, please.
Which one? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Silencia? Oh, my God. 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, Lord. Y'all cold-blooded, man. Y'all cold-blooded, man. But I guess I'm going to try this again, man. Coach, give me your thoughts. I got to get to this Duncanville and North Crowley situation. But give me your thoughts on Sock, man. Talk to me.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen. I don't have no thoughts on that game. They did what I thought they was going to do, man. Sock played a physical game and lined up and punched the boys in the face. And I told you at the beginning of the season. Well, not at the beginning of the season. I told y'all when I was like, they struggling against the pass. They struggled against some of the fastest wide receivers and best wide receivers in high school football. Those are not the same. And I know my man going to Texas. I can't sit there and tell you what I saw in him to say, okay, yeah, that's Texas. Because I ain't seen him play all year. I don't know what his body of work looked like before that. But they handled that dude. They handled him up front. They handled him on the back end. And they played a game that was almost as flawless as you can get. It was 42 donuts, so they did what they had to do.
I'm going to be honest, man. That kid wasn't the same after he got flipped on top of his head. You know, coming back from injury, you get flipped on top of your head. You probably won't be the same either.
Part of the game, man.
But I agree. I think my Longhorns just out here giving out stuff. I mean, if you got money to give away, man, hit me up, man. I got a long list of names. You know, you know what I'm saying? We can do better now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I'm just saying that looked more like a PWO than a scholarship player. And I'm just being honest. And there's no offense to the kid, but I know a PWO when I see one. And if y'all don't know what that is, that preferred walk on.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. But we ain't for the waste of 85 on it. Lamont, you back right, man?
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Side Coach Ward. We talked after the game, like you said in the interview, the secondary had been the issue. They hadn't been closing out games. Once teams started throwing the ball around, they would make a comeback. I don't know what he did, but they definitely shut Lovejoy down this week, man. And personally, I just laid it down. I think when a team full of free lunch kids, they don't want that smoke. And it kind of stuff. No fight in them or whatever. Shout out to Sock though, Coach Ward. That defense, they did a hell of a job, man. It was blow out the air. They put in their work.
Yes, sir. What you think about it? We got Coach Mark Henry. I know you was there with us, man. What was your thoughts on that game?
I kind of thought that's what was going to happen. I didn't think that Lovejoy wasn't going to score, but when they went for it on 4th down deep in their territory, and I didn't get a chance to ask Coach Todd after the games, there was so many people talking to him, and he was getting interviewed a lot. What goes into that decision on 4th down? And Coach Ward kind of touched on it a little bit. You know, they're not backing down from anybody. You know what I'm saying? And that was the telltale sign of the game when they go for it in their own territory. They're up, I think, 21 or 28 to nothing at that particular point. That just says that they know that they're better than you. You know what I'm saying? And they trust that offensive line to make a way. And they got their 1st down, and they go down and score again. So I think that Sock is on their way back to the 3rd straight championship. I don't see anybody beating them unless they can match up with them in the trenches. I think that's where they're strong at. Defensively, look at the pressure that they got on the quarterback. He was uncomfortable all night. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is he must play baseball because he was good at sliding. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where he had to go for 4th down, and he had to slide instead of going and trying to dive for the 1st down. Right. So, you know, I think that's the difference in the mentality of the teams. You know what I'm saying? It's one team that was really selling out to win the game, and one team that maybe was a little hesitant in certain situations that they were trying to do. You know, I think that they made it this far because they're a great team, but I just think that when you're a championship caliber team, you display that type of behavior as a team. You know, those kids, if you really look at the game, they really had something they played like they were the team that hadn't ever won a championship. But it's the mentality that goes back to the coaching staff. You know, y'all are on the sideline and y'all see how they operate. They really, really are into what those kids do well, and they put them in position to succeed. So Khalil Ewell was the player that I was really watching that game, and I thought that he, you know, I've been watching him the whole season. But I thought, you know, we talked about Danny kind of being that workhorse. Well, he's that changeup. He's like Tony Pollard. He comes in with, you know, he got that juice. And his short touchdown run showed his whole skill set to me. You know what I'm saying? The quickness, the suddenness. I mean, you put him in a phone book, you ain't going to touch it. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, that's another kid that's going to be playing on Saturdays. I don't know where, but he has the skill to play on Saturdays.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Swag. Well, you already talked about Sock. Go ahead.
I ain't talked about Sock yet.
Oh, go ahead.
Sure, you ain't scared.
I ain't scared. Honestly, man, if you really think about this, and I'm not being funny. I think North Crowley set the blueprint back in the season on this Lovejoy situation. I really do. I think North Crowley set the blueprint, and the reason why I say that is because Lovejoy ain't seen a type of talented team with speed other than North Crowley. So I feel like when North Crowley went in there and beat the hell out of them, I feel like they just cruised from there because they was just playing, you know, teams. South Oak Cliff and North Crowley, to me, are pretty much the same style. They both have dynamic backfield. They both have the same trenches. They both have a lot. So I feel like before they even stepped on that field with South Oak Cliff yesterday, I think somebody said in the comments, I think them kids I think they was already doubted from the start. And I'm not talking about with experts. I think themselves knew, man, we can't beat this team. Parker Livingston told me after the game, man, these dudes kicked our ass 3 years in a row. I just can't beat them. And that says a lot right there. I think those kids went to that game knowing we playing South Oak Cliff next week. Our season over. And for South Oak Cliff, inner city Dallas school, to even have that respect for the Dallas Morning News to pick that game to be a blowout, that just shows how much South Oak Cliff has evolved over the years, and it's only getting. This is just beginning. This is the beginning of a dynasty. Like, this is not finna stop no time soon. I mean, y'all saw the upcoming teams coming up. This is gonna be a Allen type of thing with South Oak Cliff, and I just feel like Danny Green, he's a senior, of course. That's somebody. Oh,
Don't worry about it. That's Coach G getting handled, but don't worry about it.
okay. I just feel like Danny.
Hey man,
I just like Danny Green. Danny Green didn't want to lose. He fought with everything. And like Mark Henry said earlier, Will Little, he's a winner. No matter how you put it, he's a winner. I mean, he went out there and he took his licks against Duncan Van DeSoto. Okay, he got hurt. He fought back, and he's been winning ever since. He's a winner, and they just had that South Africa just had that championship winning pedigree from Henry Jennings to Will, and whoever up next year is gonna be a winner too. So I just feel like this team is on a mission. This team has destiny, and like I said, man, I believe at the end of the day, we're not only gonna see a three-peat, we might see a Chicago Bulls situation. We might see a Jordan dynasty with Coach Todd and company. It might be 6 in a row. That's what I see.
I'm with that. My man, Eastside, I know we just talked about your team, but just go give us a quick on this Sock Lovejoy thing, man. If you want to reach back real quick and jump on that Forney Alito, you can, man, because I know that's your spot.
Man. Hey, man, I just with Sock, man, we got to give Coach Ward his due, man. He don't get enough due, man. He's got to be the best D coordinator in the state of Texas, man. To shut out Lovejoy like that, he just doesn't get his just due. We need to put him on front page, man. And y'all talk to Coach Ward, on here, offline. The dude is just brilliant, man. So he needs to get his props, man. He was unbelievable. And to shut Lovejoy out like that, that was impressive. Forney, man, I real quick, man. Lancaster, man, that was the first time I didn't go to the first game because I was out of town, but just watching Lancaster play, man, that team is awesome. That offensive line, man, old boy had all day to throw the ball. The quarterback missed a lot of throws. They were running some concepts that was killing Forney, but they never went back to him. They were open. A lot of players were open. And one thing, man, I said it on here, I said it on the Facebook. Don't go at Aaron Flowers. Don't go at Aaron Flowers. I mean, that it is what it is. I wouldn't have gone at Aaron, but a lot of stuff they didn't go back to with the passing game, whether they had confidence in that quarterback or not. It was there. They just didn't go back to it. And but Lacey going out hurt. That was first I saw him play, and man, he's something special. Man. He's something special, and the way they were utilizing him, some of it was decoy, some of it wasn't. Having backfield, having a slider on the outside, and I was like, whoa, Forney in for it now. He went out, and then Porter was running the ball. That boy runs hard too, but just it's a great game again. So, but we'll see what happens this Friday in Midlothian. But since y'all won't make the ride, I'll rep the dub down there for you.
Hey, let us know, man. You ride with Forney, so you'll be in. So
yeah,
let us know if we can help.
Hey, dog. So like Hawks, my dude, man. Billy Daniels, man, his son. He knows. I got his back with Hawk and and Champ. So but it's gonna be a good game. So I'll be cheering on them kids too. I want to see this Haas kid play. I think the difference will be him running the ball. That's gonna be different for Forney, having that quarterback run the ball like that. So we'll see what happens. But at this stage of the playoffs, man, it's anybody's game. So.
That's true, man. Hey.
And I just want to say to y'all, man, hey, dog. It was a toss-up, man. I was trying to come break bread with y'all after that. It wasn't after, but y'all left early on that.
So that was a beat.
Tired. I had to go home, man. That was a long day.
That was a long day. But Coach, I mean, I was disappointed, and I'm just gonna touch this because I don't even want everybody to talk about it. But Byron Nelson, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I'm just gonna be honest. You pissed down your leg. Yeah, you just boo-booed on yourself.
And you could tell from the fans to the kids of South Lake, they're ready to play. They were locked in.
Yeah, they was ready.
And it goes back to, you got to hit them in the mouth, and that's exactly what did Byron Nelson, and they didn't respond. They kind of like cowered down, and that's from the coaching on to some of the kids. Some of the kids were locked in, but not enough of them. They got punched in the mouth and just started crying pretty much. So that's what it is. They're at home now. So just wait for DeSoto to blow their ass out this Saturday. So.
Yeah, man, because this is what we heard.
Yeah, about foul.
And they got beat by foul.
They were going to win. They said about fouled it, and then when he got fouled and put on them before halftime.
I blame you, J-Mac.
Hey, J-Mac. What's so bad about it? Okay, so me and Pat was leaving, and we had just seen Coach Carr going to his car, and Pat was like, check the score, Swag. I looked, I said, Pat, man, that's like 42-0. We just left there. I said, wow.
Hey, I don't know if y'all saw that. So what, man? Byron Nelson had time, opportunity to jump back in the game. They get the ball and go back down and score there in the game, but the damn kid muffed the punt. South Lake got the ball back, took it in. It was over after that.
Like I said, man, every chance Byron Nelson had to boo down their legs, he did it. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
And I look, I'll stand up there. I look back. What the hell, Lamar, they went back, sat down there on the wall, wait for the band.
Yeah, Lamar scouting was over with. He was like,
Lamar put the pen and pad down, everything. We through.
All y'all boys picked Byron Nelson, man. I told y'all to.
Not me. Not me.
Yeah, I told y'all that.
Twice.
I said protect the tradition. That's exactly what they did.
Wait, Sway, did you go put on your robe, dog?
I'm cold.
A Texas robe at that? Are you trying to be subliminal? I got a couple of questions, Swag.
No.
All right.
Here we go.
This robe was a gift.
Hold on. You came to the game, DeSoto game, very intentional in your dress. Okay, you had a lot of Carter stuff on. You had a lot of red and white. Okay. So maybe he's trying to make a point. Then you show up today and you got on DeSoto shirt. Now, your Florida State Seminoles not going to the playoffs, and I feel bad for you and your organization. But yet you go and put on a Texas robe. Is that your favorite team since you was a kid, too? I got some questions I need answers, right?
Hell no. This is a gift.
So whoever gave you that is not your friend.
Yeah, because I fan too.
Well, actually, the person that gave it to me decided that they was going to skip college and go to the NBA, so it's still a gift.
That's true. Hey, Willow, go ahead and start the North Crowley versus Allen. I'll be right back.
You just skipped me on the sock stuff, man.
Go ahead, Coach G.
Yeah, go ahead, G. Then Will.
Real quick. I'll be real quick, man. I can't be long-winded, but I'm going to be real quick. Number one, in the stands, the Danny Green Jr. contingent. Man, let me tell you something. Can I be y'all family for the rest of the football season? They had it going on in the stands. Number two, Coach Ward, which has already been said, needs to get his flowers. That was a master class on defense, and that offensive line coach also. Number 71, he called her unsportsmanlike. Whatever the penance is that he needs to pay, I will pay it for him. Somebody has to be the bug, and somebody has to be the windshield. That kid, I mean, I literally watched him abuse that defensive end, the offensive coordinator basically put that linebacker in position where he wanted him, and that counter tray with them two, that guard, I guess it's the twins. The guard and that tackle came around and cleaned out that end, and he out there. And when you look at 71, he on top of his guy. That defensive end got tired of that, and that's why he hit him, and he just reacted. So whatever number 71, if you got to pay a penance for that flag, I will pay it for you, because I want a lineman mean and tough and angry and like him. I mean, that whole offensive line, basically. So I think Jay Mackey's one of the offensive line coaches is Coach Angry. Yeah, he passing it down to that offensive line because they played with control, anger, and physicality, and that I mean, who's gonna touch that team going forward?
Nobody at all.
Hey, real quick, I knew Lovejoy was out of it when I got to the stadium, and they told me once Sock got to the field, they went set on Lovejoy's side of the field. And Lovejoy out the locker room and act like they ain't seen nothing. They for a long day.
Yeah, they cornbread was gone after that.
Yeah,
they just gave up the cornbread. Yeah, you don't let another team go sit on your bench. Like
yeah, they ain't want none of that.
You got to reach into your inner DeSoto, and it's time to fight. I'm just saying. Anyway, Coach Carl.
I figure out why this man is sitting here with this robe on.
Man, I told y'all that Deuce Swagger wasn't gonna last long.
But seriously,
See
it is cold. It is cold in my house.
Okay, you got a jacket, you got a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't put on a robe. See, we talked about this, J Mac. I told you. You didn't listen to me.
Okay, now take the robe off.
What was your question?
North Crowder Allen, man. What did you think about that?
Oh, get my cover and stay cold.
All right, so here's what I think about this North Crowder Allen game. You know, before we get into it and comparatively speak about this week's game coming up. To me, for North Crowley, they took another step. You know what I mean? They're in a position that they haven't been in before. You know what I mean? So you're playing a traditional team like Allen, who's historic tradition and everything says they are a perennial powerhouse. And to me, this game was more about North Crowley taking on Allen, beating Allen in the playoffs in the fourth round. I think however they got it done was good enough to get it done. I'm not going to say they should have blew Allen out because I can't say that. They're still out at the end of the day. All I'm going to say is North Crowley is playing a type of football that's going to help them moving forward next week. And I think that game, yes, we would like to have seen Allen not score as many points, but I love the fact that North Crowley was able to outscore Allen and play good enough defense to hold them off. Now, at the end of the day, man, I just think that when you talk about North Crowley is a team that is playing for something bigger than themselves. And it's a wonderful thing to see. You know what I mean? And I think Coach Gates has put something in them. And I love great coaches. So Coach Gates has put something in them that is allowing them to play at a high level. And, I mean, it's not a whole lot to me you can say about that game. I think Allen is Allen and Allen is Allen, and they was prepared. And I just think the better team won. However it had to happen.
All right. Lamar, talk to me.
Like Coach Lewis said, shout out to not watching the game, but getting the update Saturday on the sideline. They were able to pull it out. You know, a lot of people thought they were gonna go in there and kind of handle Allen, but It didn't go that way, but they kept fighting and was able to get up. I'm becoming a real big fan of the quarterback. What's his name? Jemison?
Yeah, Chris Jefferson.
Yeah, that kid has some will. His speed, his top end speed is up there. You know, it really is. Now going forward, I'm a little worried. You give up 40-something to Allen, and you know you got Kemp Wisdom that kind of worries me, but 37, okay. But like it's been said on the show so many times, you know, teams and programs have to take steps. And I think that was a big step for them to put in against Allen and make it to the state semifinals, man. Shout out to Coach Gates and what he's doing over there. You know, I haven't been the big fan of North Carolina, you know, strength of schedule, who they played or whatnot, but I think that was a real good win for him, man.
Yes, sir. What you got, Coach G?
Crowley did, as Coach Ward says, levels to this. I don't know. I heard this narrative all week. Man, Allen is a whole better team than they were when DeSoto went up there and beat the brakes off of them. Allen is way better. North Crowley beat a pretty damn good team. They did. They beat the Frisco Emerson beat a pretty damn good team in Collegeville Heritage. Allen has come a long way since that week 1 game. Allen, I mean, I didn't get the listen. Allen, they didn't come to lose. They didn't come to lose, and North Crowley took that game. And I think that's the game that they needed to go and wrestle with that 500-pound bear they're gonna have to deal with next week. I mean, they needed that because Allen gave them some problems. They really did. But Chris Jemison, Coach Gates, and the gang that came out with the dub, and I think North Crowley won that game. You know, but Allen didn't come there to lay down, and I give Allen credit. I do. I give Allen credit for the way they lost that game in their own barn week 1, and then to make it 4 rounds deep and came to win. Hey man, Allen, North Crowley won that game.
Okay, I mean, hey, it was a great game, that's for sure. And Allen been playing good ball. I'm gonna admit I expected North Crowley to handle Allen. I'll talk about this later, but like I said, I needed to see something from Duncanville. I was looking for the same thing from North Crowley because that was going to let me know possibly about the matchup for next week. So, but I got a theory on that. Eastside, what you think about it?
No, man, I thought North Crowley was going to win. I thought it'd be a little closer game than what it was, but I think they match up a little better with Duncanville than Allen would have. But you know, Jemison's for real, so he's not going to TCU for no reason. So I don't know about next week. We'll see though.
Yeah. Mark,
what's happening?
What you think about the North Crowley Allen?
I didn't think Allen would put up that many points, but I think they're a totally different team from earlier in the season. And as a team, you know, coaching staffs and players, that's what you want to see. You want them to play their best ball at the and this time of the year, at the latter stages of the year. But I think Allen was going through a little bit of identity crisis as far as the quarterback positions and getting stability there. They've always had some guys on the offensive line, defensive line that can play. Caleb Smith has been big for those guys this year as a sophomore that plays DB and wide receiver. He's been a threat in the return game as well. He played a pretty good game. But I just think that North Crowley is just that team that they faced every bump in the road that you can have the last 2 years on the field, from getting into the late stages of the playoffs last year, and they lost in the 4th round. Well, now they advanced to the 5th round. It's just like I've heard several shows back, several weeks ago. It's levels to it. Each year that you have a team that develops and goes to the next stage, that's what they're looking at. And Coach Gates has been one of those guys that's come in and really changed the identity of that program, which starts up front. Defensively, they got some guys that can play. That's what they're going to need to take on Duncanville this particular week. They're loaded on the offensive side of the ball. That defense is going to have to come up big. Sterling Brooks is going to be playing against one of the best offensive lines he's faced. He's TCU commit on the defensive line. Keith Hodge, I think, is one of the best players on their defense that may not get a lot of notoriety or whatever. Their secondary is very good. Jonathan Cunningham, a junior linebacker with some good length and speed, they're going to have to play their best game to get past Duncanville. On the flip side, kudos to Allen for making this stretch run that they did. Nobody saw that them, when they started out. But listen, they play in one of the most difficult districts that you can find in the state of Texas with Prosper, with Guyer. They're battle tested. So you can expect those guys to be better later on in the rounds. If you look at the teams that's been in the best districts, those are the teams that's still alive all around the state. Cibolo Steel down in San Antonio, North Shore, Summer Creek got by Hightower down in H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Cedar Hill lasted this long because they played a tough schedule. You know what I'm saying? Now they end up losing to DeSoto because DeSoto is just that team. You know what I mean? DeSoto up front, I think, is the best team in the state this year, hands down. You know what I'm saying? They showed it every time they line up. So I think that Coach Gates and those guys are prepared for this particular stage of the playoffs. They built this team for that. They also got Warren III back this year. And Ashton Searle has been a guy that hadn't been getting a lot of notoriety. He picked up a West Texas A&M offer last week. He's got over 1,200 yards rushing. Cornelius Warren's been hurt this year a little bit, been banged up. He came back and gave him a spark as well. But Ashton Searle's been a guy that's been consistent running the football for North Crowley along with Jemerson. So I think that those guys have been looking forward to this challenge, and I think they'll be up to it. I'm gonna make sure I'm in the house and I'm driving to Mesquite to go see that. But I hate that they got the DeSoto game at the same time, but I think that's where I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I said the same thing. I hated that. I was hoping that it was gonna be a night game, that DeSoto game was gonna be a PM game, but a late PM, 7. But it was.
Ideally, if I'm Choctaw, ideally I'm snatching that double hitter up right there and bring all 4 of them teams like they had last week, 3:30 and 7. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, but they don't like Choctaw though.
Yeah,
no
that
doubt.
was the problem. The coaches didn't like, because if I'm Choctaw, I would do what I had to do. Even if it ain't 3:30 to 7, I would did 11 and 3:30. It didn't matter.
Anything to get those 4 teams on the same field at the same time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it happen. But I get that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Globe Life should extend their service.
Something.
Yeah.
Man, why not?
You can't let them 4 teams play way off somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
no doubt.
Warriors, baby. Hey, that's a classic stadium, though. I ain't gonna lie, though. It's a lot of big games been played in that stadium, man.
Oh yeah,
a lot of big playoff games.
I've seen some great playoff games in that stadium, and we'll see if we're gonna see one this Friday. This Saturday. Swag, you get your thoughts on that?
Man, Allen is one of those. I said it weeks ago. Allen is one of those Alabama type of teams, man. If you let them in the tournament, anything can happen. Anything can happen, and they proved that for 4 straight weeks. Before as North Crowley go, they ready, man. They here. They hungry. Those Panthers want to eat. And I will say this about the upcoming game with Duncanville. You got to remember, DeSoto, Waxahachie gave DeSoto a battle a week before they played Duncanville. And many has said next week, Duncanville going to kill them. And they went out there and they took care of their business. So I'm saying it to say this. Don't look at North Crowley and say, oh, they barely beat Allen. Duncanville going to kill them. Because there's a possibility you could see a different outcome Saturday. And I'll say before Wednesday. But, yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that.
You was the one that said it.
Well, I have time to go back and read and analyze and think to myself.
That's true, Swagger. That's true. But I do agree, because at first, my first initial thought was, bro, how are you struggling with Allen? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. If you are truly an elite team, because let's just be honest, Duncanville not struggling with Allen.
Yeah, but see,
Duncanville
that's
doing
the thing. Duncanville done been there before, though, J-Mac.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. I'm just speaking on the surface. I'm not digging deep. I'm just speaking on the surface. Duncanville not playing them games with Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like you say, when you break it down and the Coach Ward start talking in the back of your head, you know what I'm saying? You learning that every game is a process, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every game is a lesson. Every game is a step forward. So I get that. And I also get the fact that maybe, like Swag was saying, maybe it was we just gonna run base because we feel like we could beat them. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the stats. The stats is very generic.
Very.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, I'm looking at that and going to my other point with Duncanville, Spring Westfield, where and shout out to Duncanville, man. I love Duncanville. They fans trying to give me a little crap because I said I need to see something. But I need to see something for a totally different reason. It's the same as last year. I said it about DeSoto. I need to see DeSoto beat a really good team big. That's how I know they back to being what they was and what they do. They handle guard the way we thought they would. So that's all I said this time. I said I need to see Duncanville go on down there and handle a Spring Westfield team that played them tough last year. Like, it's amazing the amnesia that my people be having. I ain't gonna go lie to you. Like, they just forget it was a 7-point game. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna forget that was a close game last year. I don't even get it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, they went out there and they did what they supposed to do. They handled them boys. And what made it so glorious is they handled some Houston boys. Shout out to Mark Henry. I know, my bad, bro. But yeah, anytime Dallas can kick Houston in the ass, I'm with it.
No doubt.
I'm just saying.
No doubt. No doubt.
So,
well, I mean,
I thought it was great.
Listen, man. When you ask for it, sometimes you receive the wrong end of it. You know, it had been a lot of chatter in the week leading up to it. Same thing with Lovejoy and Melissa. There was a lot of chatter before they got on the field with those particular teams. You know what I'm saying? If you step up, you got to make sure you back it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing where you have to justify and back up what you say. You know what I'm saying? I think that Caden Durham is in playoff mode right now. You know what I'm saying? Just the way he's running the football right now is different. If you go back and look at the film, he's running with like a sense of urgency, a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all know that he can run the football, but look at the ferociousness that he running the field with. It's mind-boggling. And you know, I had a chance to speak. I went around to a couple of trials today, 7-on-7, and I talked to Keelan and I talked to Corey today. And they got a different mindset. That DeSoto loss, they both said that it kind of, you know, make them sit up straight and get correct. You know what I'm saying? It was an eye-opener. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Duncanville is just on that mission. It's going to be hard to beat them. You're going to have to play a perfect game. It's going to have to be the perfect storm.
Hey, man, why you didn't come to tryouts, man?
Look here, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
So what was the invite? What was the invite?
You don't need an invite.
I ain't know y'all had it today. You know what I'm saying? I got an invitation from these two teams. You already know. Just trying to be funny. Don't listen to him, dog. That's my dog. That's why he said that.
Oh, I know it. He over there. He buzzing. Shout out to Buzz. That's my guy.
I was in his own stuff, his old stomping grounds today. He already know that's why he said it.
Oh, I know it. I'm surprised he didn't try to take them over there with him, but whatever. It ain't over. Coach Carr. Hey man, we gotta lead into it, man. Tell me about the Duncanville Spring Westfield game, man. I know everybody probably ain't got too much to say about it, so I want you to just get those thoughts and then, hey man, break down. Give me what you think about this North Crowley. It's Goon versus Goblins.
So real quick, kind of go back to what Caden and was saying to you, Mark. I told him, after they lost that game, it's the same thing I told you about what Nick Saban said about the time when they lost that game and got into the playoffs and had a chance to repeat it. Sometimes that you have to be humble. Sometimes you have to know that you are beatable, so you can fortify the things that you maybe were taking for granted, or that you assumed was always going to happen because you're Duncanville. They are locked back in, and I told them, for some way, I don't know how they lost this respect. I don't know how people viewed them as being anything else other than champions. I said when they was getting ready to play Westfield, this is going to be a blowout game. Like, they was going to show people who and what they are. I think moving forward to next week, I love Coach Gates. He's one of my favorite coaches. But his next step, he's exceeded last year's record. So he lost in the third round. Now he's on to the fifth round. State semifinals. Got his team where it needs to be. I just don't see them beating Duncanville. I don't see them beating them at all, only because I feel like Duncanville is on another level, right? I feel like Duncanville is moving towards something that's greater than themselves. And so their whys are a little different. And I'm not to say that North Crowley doesn't have that same energy, because it does. I just think that this is a stepping stone for this North Crowley team moving forward, and I think for Duncanville, it is a part of their divine intervention. Right? This is where they're supposed to be. This is how they're supposed to be getting there. This is what's going to set them up to win it all. I think at the end of the day, North Crowley is going to make this a game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I do think that the magic of North Crowley does end next week, only because I think that they're playing Duncanville or DeSoto, right? So when I say Duncanville or DeSoto, I'm saying you're playing the best, right? You know what I mean? Like you're playing like Duncanville is the best, DeSoto is the best. When you're playing them, you really just, it's kind of like the Bulls, right? You remember when we talked about the Karl Malone and John Stockton and the Jazz, you know what I'm saying? And all those great teams that had a chance to had to go against the Bulls. Well, you just so happen to go against Michael Jordan. Like there's nothing you're going to be able to do about that. It's like us growing up in the era where they're getting paid for NIL. You know what I mean? Like it just happened that way. So I think that's part of North Crowley's maturing as a program to get to where they want to be. And I very feel like they're so close, but I think it's just something they got to learn this year going forward. And then they may win it if Coach G actually go ahead and recognize them as 817. G recognized them as Fort Worth, they got a chance. And I want to know if Fort Worth's going to come out.
They are. It's already the group chat been popping. But is Matt Step still on?
He might be hanging around. He ain't going yet.
Ask Matt Step, where and what time is the Glen Rose Gilmer game? That's the only thing stopping some people right now. We haven't seen that. But yeah, Fort Worth is coming out. That's already done deal.
So,
I acknowledge greatness. I do, because there's been a shift, and I've sent you some mess, J Mac, that's going on in Fort Worth ISD, with some stuff that's unbelievable. When I send it to you, how they you know, that where you get a girls basketball team can't get a ride to a tournament. They have to get a bus driver from Royce City. But anyway, I digress. There's been a North Crowley. Listen, Coach Gates has done a phenomenal job reaching out to the youth teams, which of course reaches out to the parents. All right, and Prosper. Okay, so it's a few of them. So reaching out to the parents and Coach Gates is I think a lot of people may not, the 817 thing is died down, but it's a whole lot of people fan of Coach Gates. A whole lot of people fan of Mr. Jemerson. It's a whole bunch of people fan of Mr. Searle. It ain't even about 817 no more. It's about the kids, to be honest with you. And there's a lot of folk who are rooting to go up against Darth Vader and the Death Star. It's gonna be. I'm calling it now. It's gonna be a phenomenal turnout. So to be honest with you, it's not even an 817 thing. It's those kids have been putting on. They wear that 817. They wear it proud. And even myself, I'm rooting for them kids. I am because
you're not rooting for 817.
Absolutely, I am.
So once you go on and recognize them as 817.
They 817.
Oh, thank you, Coach G.
I love it.
Thank you, Coach G.
Goose City, baby. 817. They got it on the helmet.
Yes,
Coach
sir.
got it on his jacket. Hey, man. This is a lovely thing, man. And everybody out west should be proud of what's going on out west because they deserve it, man. They put in their work, man. I mean, to be honest with you, who'd have thought in 2 years that they would be playing Douglasville in the semifinals? Just honestly.
A lot of people, to be honest with you, a lot of people did. When Coach Gates got there, they were like, that's all they needed. A lot of people did. I didn't, but a lot of people did. And a lot of people telling fans, next year, watch with Coach Crowley, Coach Lynn. A lot of people pointing next year for him.
I mean, I believed in him, and I tell you what, compared to the national media, I know darn well nobody supported and thought that they would be that good more than we did over here.
Right.
That much I know.
J-Mac, remember last year when they were scrimmaging Horn, man? Totally impressed with Coach Gates and North Crowley when those kids they looked like they bought in when he first started. So man, not surprised that they were where they are right now, man. Shout out to them. And just a quick take on it. I think it might be a little dogfight in the beginning, but Duncanville's in there for the long run. I think they kind of separate themselves in the second half from North Crowley, but we'll see. Like I said earlier, we're deep in the playoffs now. You never know. So
yeah, like I say, everybody good right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody good. So, I mean, just quick thoughts. I think North Crowley did. I wasn't happy with the Allen game. I'm just gonna be honest. I wasn't happy with it. I thought they gave up way too many points. Coach Gates being a defensive guy, I think he would probably echo the same thing. No way he's happy with the point. He's happy with the victory, but there ain't no way he's happy with the points given up. So I think that's gonna be a focus all week in practice. Think they're gonna get their best game. They're gonna get their best game. They're gonna give everything they got, man. I look forward to. I'm telling you, we might see some going forward on the 10 of your own side. Like I don't think, as they say, I see North Crowley emptying the clip. They ain't taking nothing. They ain't taking nothing back with them.
Well, You know, J Mac, and I think one thing we kind of overlook is that you know, Gates has coasted against Duncanville before, so he's coasted in that district before. So it's not like it's not like this is new to him. You know what I mean? So he has experience with Peterman when Peterman was the head coach. You know what I'm saying? So at DeSoto and the offensive coordinator, so he has experience with both of those guys. So I think if it's gonna be close, I think the person who probably would know more is the North Crowley and Coach Gates. You know, so I think that's something that you also got to take into account.
Real quick question. The homie just texted me to ask, is Mr. Simmons okay that he got dinged up in that Westfield game? He good?
That ain't nothing new. He been dealing with that all year.
Okay.
Yeah, he been dealing with that all year. So, and probably gonna be dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is on that part. And to echo you, Coach Carl, you're right. And I always said that I thought he was building North Crowley like a Southern Sector team. Like he's building them from the trenches out. Extremely aggressive, extremely physical, and with the mindset that, you know what I'm saying, I can wear you down. And I think that he brought that mindset from where he came from to out west. And I think that's how he's just kind of just taking over and fire so fast. I mean, not to mention he had the talent to do it, but you got to get that talent to perform. Like people act like people ain't never underachieved with talent before.
Oh, they have.
So a lot of people do.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you still got to coach the talent. And like, we can't just say, oh, he got to coach that talent.
Whoa.
Same thing. We give credit for Miami Nick, right? We give Miami Nick a lot of credit for taking the talent that he had and going to the third, fourth round, right? So we got to share that. We got to use that same energy on everybody. So we all good. Who else got that on that game? Who ain't said nothing on that game?
Lamont.
Everybody good?
No, I spoke on it.
You spoke on it?
Yeah.
Say, man.
Not bad.
It's time for me to get some last words in there, man. Go ahead, East Side. Give me your final thoughts, man.
Hey, it's gonna be another great weekend of football, man. I just wish DeSoto and Duncanville playing at 2 separate times, but that's okay. So nobody else going to Midlothian Friday night?
You know, that's why you are Coach Eastside correspondent, dog.
That's Southside though.
That's why I said, let me know if you need anything.
All right. Anybody going to the Soto game Saturday? Where y'all gonna be at Saturday? Y'all gonna be in Mesquite or not?
We gonna be in Mesquite. Lamont gonna be in DeSoto.
Yeah,
I mean he gonna be in Allen.
We're gonna be in Frisco Friday. We're gonna be in Frisco.
Sock game. Okay.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to another great week of football. So that's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Oh, say J-Mac did talk about Gilbert upset of Carthage, and well, you know, it's never too late to talk about the Cowboy. You know, I'm gonna get there before we get out of here. We gotta end it right. You already know that. Now, as far as the East Texas thing, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't a big fan of East Texas like that. That's just why. That ain't my thing. But I just go because it's usually some good, you know, physical football. But Carthage lost. I was surprised on that. Was you surprised with that, Mark?
A little bit, but you know, Gilmer is one of those teams that they get hot this time of year. So I was a little bit surprised because I thought Carthage was going to be at State. I was anticipating seeing them at State, But I mean, that's a big win for Gilmer. I mean, you got it. Man, East Texas is a different animal. It's a lot of talent out there, always. You know what I'm saying? And they play good football out there. So, shout out to Gilmer.
Hey, MJ, we said Duncanville, we expect Duncanville to do what they do. And y'all can get off my back because all I said is I just want to see y'all kick Houston ass. That's all I said. That's all I said. But hey, I what's your final words? Give me your final words, Bart.
Man, shout out to Anna for getting this far, man. I think Jacob Emmer's coming back. When I went to see Anna when they played Solana earlier this year, and he was injured, but he's coming back on the tear, and I think that's the difference. They got that shot in the arm now that they got a guy that can do it all, and they've been finding him. He had a big catch against Panther Creek, and he had a big catch against Stephenville too. So that's a guy that you need to watch for Anna. I will probably be at the Star. I hadn't seen Emerson this year. And Saturday, I got to go see Duncanville, North Crowley. So those are probably the two games that I'm going to this week. I was hoping they'd be one at the other time or a different time. But, shout out to Alito and Forney. I'm kind of on the fence. I was looking at that game as well. But I think I'm going to be going to the Star for sure. I'm going to Mesquite Saturday for sure. You know what I'm saying? I think DeSoto is going to handle South Lake Carroll pretty well. Shout out to South Lake Carroll for coming out. I mean, when y'all left the press box, I was right behind you. I didn't even go back on the field. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even worth watching no more. You know what I'm saying? I think Byron Nelson came out very flat, and South Lake had all the momentum from the start. I was impressed with Wormley, man. He put a stiff arm on a cat in the flats, and then he went to work. You know what I'm saying? I was very impressed with him, getting a chance to see him up close. And Davis Penn as well, the other running back. South Lake's offensive line played well too. Because at warm-ups I was on the field, and Byron Nelson had some kids on the defensive line that looked very athletic, like they could play. So I was interested to see what was going to happen. That never materialized. So, South Lake Carroll made the adjustments, it looks like, from the previous game. And they kind of had, everything that Byron Nelson tried to do, they had an answer for it. That defense was playing fast. So, but I think DeSoto was just so strong in the trenches. And I was telling Lamont that on the sideline Saturday that I thought that was the difference in the Willis game. Willis had some guys on the outside on the skills that could play, but they never got a chance to do it because, DeSoto was mauling them. I mean, J-Mac, we was looking at the game and watching Forney and them at the same time on one phone. He had the Texas game on one phone. I had the game on one phone. They was getting 8-9 yards a clip every time they run the football. When you can do that, you're going to be successful. You really don't have to throw. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to this weekend, really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen at State. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you can kind of see it start shaping out. The big boys separating themselves from the little guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna say we didn't even talk about the DeSoto South Lake game. I'm gonna say that for Wednesday because
Yeah.
I don't know much to say. I mean, I think Matthews beat South Lake once.
He won and two.
Yeah, so it's just another hurdle he about to get over, basically. Final thoughts, Coach G. Go ahead.
No, man, great week of football. Really enjoyed myself. Really did. Hey, we already saw what Dallas did to Houston. It's a Dallas-Fort Worth weekend. To be honest with you, I don't really even. I do care what the score is going to be, but I want to see how we hold up against that team. I've seen Emerson more than enough times to know that stop, do your thing. I'll be going to go give some love to the small schools, Glen Rose and Gilmer. Only because with Gilmer, that it was said, I'm from them parts, New Diana to be exact, that Gilmer.
You freeze up.
And his wife said time for him to go to
Yeah,
bed.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, this ain't tripping. Yeah, Gilmer couldn't beat Carthage, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm also on the other side of that bracket. I want to look at Beeville. There's a lot of firepower coming from down south, coming up this way, and Beeville. I like the way that squad looks, so let's get it.
Yes, sir. Lamont.
Man, just looking forward to hopefully a good weekend of football. And last weekend, I went to 3 games. All 3 games was by 40. So hope this weekend, see some good football. You already know. Friday, Saturday I'll be in Allen. Friday, I was debating about going to Midlothian. I haven't seen Forney in person. I seen Ito. It's gonna be a better than I really do. Real quick question, Mark. When does Steele and Summer Creek play? I really want to watch that game. It's gonna be a good one.
Hold on. I was just looking
I
at
know it's
that.
coming
Hold
on
on.
Texas Live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know it's coming on Texas Live.
Yeah, I tuned in watching that. Now, because if we play winner, but I just think it's gonna be a good game overall, man. Summer Creek is a real good defensive team, and Steele is a real good offensive team. So it'll be, battle that'll be a good battle. I'm interested in keeping an eye.
Actually, they in Waco for Saturday at McLean Stadium.
Early or late?
4.
Hope that I can sit up and watch that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a good game. Cibolo still has a really good offensive squad. They got some players on D too. Summer Creek got a really good back in Avant.
Yeah, I think Summer Creek gonna spank that behind. Coach
I
Carr.
think so.
Yeah, dog.
Yes,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Summer Creek got a defense. Like, one thing when people keep telling me about the great offensive teams, but don't play defense, it just makes me think that, when you go up against a really good defense that has offense, you're not gonna win.
No doubt.
Hey, but I don't Warner since I came. That kid is a baller, man. I'm telling you, man.
So was Lagway.
You got a point.
That's all I'm saying. So was Lagway. Go ahead, Coach Carr, man. Hit us with your finals, man.
Oh, man, my finals is very simple, man. I'm excited to watch 4 black head coaches with ties to the Southern sector playing in the state semifinal. The history that's happening right before our eyes is a real life Lifetime movie. You know what I mean? I think whoever makes the movie incorporates all 3. It's going to be a genius. This is our time. This is a great time to be alive. It's a great time to watch high school football, to be a part of it, and to witness history at the same time. So that's what I'm excited for, more so about this weekend.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say, man, I mean, this show was nice, but I'm going back to my ratchet self next week. I'll just tell you right. We cussing and saying the N-word next week. So I'm just giving you a fair warning. Just give everybody a fair warning. You know now. You didn't know. I'm just telling you right now. I'm going back to.
I'm okay with the cussing, man, but we really gotta curb that N-word.
Just give me 2 N-words. Can I get 2? 1.
No. I'm gonna do you like I do my kids. When they say the N-word, they see me, they gotta drop down and give me 50. So you can be extremely strong.
I'm be looking like Jamie Foxx. I'm looking like Jamie Foxx. I'm just saying though. Next week, man, I'm going back to Rap Ratchet ways. But
walk around slow, bro. Dog. You be slow, bro. Damn it,
I'm going back to my ratchet ways next week, man. But hey, I look forward to it. I look forward to the show Sunday, picking these games, man. I look forward to this weekend, man. Like I said, man, like to echo off of you, Coach Carl, we watching greatness, dude. Cause ain't nobody doing this the way DFW is doing this. Like, ain't nobody doing this, dog. Like for real, ain't nobody doing this. And once again, I want to give a shout out to Coach Miami Nick. Great season. My man Apostle Paul. Great season. I think both those guys, if we got an award for resiliency and fortitude, they deserve it. Those guys right there. Those guys withstood some troubled waters. You did. Like they held in there. So let's give them, I got to give them props one more time, man. And shout out to DeSoto for still doing what they doing. I'm telling you right now, DeSoto, I need you to beat the brakes off of SLC now. You can't just go in there and be jumping up and down on City Hill and then go to overtime with South Lake. We ain't trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear it. I need you to beat the brakes, rotors, engine block, transmission. We need a total breakdown.
All right, I already put my request into one of them players already. I said y'all better.
Yeah, we ain't trying to hear it. I need a total breakdown of that game. Come Saturday, like they on the high right now. You should have saw how, and they were talking now. Byron Nelson was talking to before the game, but South Lake was talking extremely disrespectful after.
Yes, they should though. Listen, man, I told y'all going to that game, man. That game meant something different to South Lake. You know what I mean? They beat them for the district championship like that. That meant something to them.
Mm-hmm.
It did.
But
Riley wasn't playing with them boys.
Give it to Byron Nelson. They won district. Now South Lake get their ass beat next week. So
yeah, and that's how it was. That game was just the rights to get beat down.
Yeah.
One more, next week. But I had somebody told me they thought that South Lake would give DeSoto the best game. So we'll see. We'll see. I just see it, but we'll see.
I don't think it'll. On the sideline, looking at South Lake's line, they look like a JV line, man. I'm sorry, they were too small. I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, y'all look like a JV line too. It's time to go to bed, people.
Hey man, because my Cowboys didn't play today, they won Thursday, so I gotta still give y'all this before we get out of here. Y'all know how we do it.
I'm still them boys. I'm still, somebody tell them I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Don't text me, don't call me asking me, 'cause you know that I'm still them boys. Woo.
That's the ender, baby. That's the ender right there, baby. That's the ender right there, baby. Y'all know y'all like that. Y'all know y'all like that. Y'all caught the Holy Ghost before you go to bed. I know it, man. Yeah, man. We all feeling good right now. We all, got blessed. Anyway, man.
Coach Carr said he said good night on you, big dog.
Yeah, I know that because he finna be one of them boys in Michigan.
Watch this.
Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hoods, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach Carter still on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and goes easy, off the easy for cheesy. When my steppers are special kids, making plays are so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about their club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, #1 high school podcast starring Pat